Hi, Westside Readers. It's Miss Hurst here, and I wanted to pop up on Google Classroom, YouTube, whichever platform we get this put on. I'm trying to send it out to all three of them to clarify some of the instructions about the reading packet, the way that it's designed, and how we would like to see you use it moving forward. So, to help do that, I've got some notes here. So, pardon me if it's a little crazy on the screen, but we're going to work through this together. So every day, as reading teachers, we want to see that our students are doing four things. So every single day, students should be doing four things. The first thing is reading. We need students to read for 30 minutes a day, every single day. That is a non negotiable. That's what we want to see because readers have to practice reading in order to become better readers. So every single day, we need children to read for 30 minutes a day. The other things that are really important for readers to do every day are to think about reading, to talk about what they're reading, and to write. The only way to become a better writer is to write. The same is true with reading. So, as we are reading for 30 minutes a day, we would love to see that you are writing every single day also. It's not just enough to read about your reading and just enjoy books. We want you to read and think. Good readers think about what they're reading. We want you to talk about what you're reading because if you can explain a reading concept, then it's so much more permanent and it's more powerful for your learning. We want to know that you are talking about it. We want to see that you are writing every single day. But looking at your packet, it is really, really long. So I wanted to tell you kind of how we expect for you to use it moving forward. So every single day, we've got our four goals that we want you to do. We want you to read, think, talk, and write. But how it looks is going to be different for every family. Inside your reading packet, we have got passages and questions, and we have also got this weekly reading menu. Now, this, if you notice, is an or thing. If you use a passage and questions, if you read the passage and you work through the questions, then we don't want you to necessarily spend 30 additional minutes working on the reading menu. If you work through the reading menu, then you do not need to go and answer the passage and questions for that day. Both the passage and questions and the reading menu are designed to facilitate the four things that we want to see you working on: reading, thinking, talking, and writing. The only thing that I would add to that is yes, we want to see 30 minutes a day. It is choose your own adventure style. We want to see either the passage and questions or the reading menu. But if you are going through the passage and questions, please make sure that you are talking about what you're learning. Make sure that you are giving us good, complete sentences, that you're not just giving us fragments. We want to make sure that you are using your capital letters the way that you should. We want to make sure that you're giving us good punctuation. I don't want you to answer your questions like you are texting your friends or putting a hashtag on TikTok. What we want to see is that you are truly making use of the opportunity to write, since that's going to be taking place of some of the writing if you do it through the passage and questions. Um, my personal choice would be the weekly reading menu most of the times, and I will try to put another video up kind of how to use that moving forward. But we are looking for four things every day. So to kind of summarize, we want you to read, think about your reading, talk about your reading, and write about your reading. It needs to be 30 minutes a day, and you get to choose. You can either work through the passage and questions, or you can work through the weekly reading menu. Now, if you love the weekly reading menu, and I am a fan of it, I think it's a really cool interactive way of learning. Please make sure that at some point in time within the week, you are taking the opportunity to read and answer questions from the passages. Passages and questions are never going to go away. That is going to be a reading skill that you will see until the time that you are completely done with your schooling. So it's going to be college, it's going to be high school, middle school, it's going to be the rest of your time at Westside. It is really important as readers that we still practice reading a passage and answering questions about it. It helps us kind of monitor our thinking and helps us to stay detail oriented and focused so that we're reading for learning, we're reading for information. It is also super important that you are reading your own books, things that you enjoy, things that excite you and get you excited about reading. So, once again, you are reading, you are thinking, you are talking, and you are writing every day. You should be reading for at least 30 minutes. If you work through the passage and questions, that is designed to help you remember how to put all of your skills into practice in the same style of questioning that you will see on quizzes and tests when we return to school next year. The other thing is your weekly reading menu. Guys, your weekly reading menu, you can use the questions, you can use the appetizer, the entree, the side dish, and the dessert option with the passage in question, or with the passages if you don't have books at home. Or my recommendation, if you have books at home, is to use that to read through your book. Okay? So, either the passage and questions or the weekly reading menu for the day. You do not need to do both because, yes, reading is super important, and we want to make sure that you are reading, thinking, talking, and writing every single day. But reading teachers also want you to understand that math is important, that your Virginia Studies is important, and science is important. So we want to be very careful of your time and make sure that you have the ability to portion your day out efficiently. We would rather see quality of learning rather than having 51 pages of stuff complete, but it's so overwhelming the learning doesn't stick. So I know I've done this a lot, and I've held up my summary screen a lot, but I'm going to do it again. In summary, every day students should be reading, thinking, talking, and writing every single day. It needs to be a minimum of 30 minutes for your reading, and it is choose your own adventure style. You can either work with the passage and questions, or you can work through reading your own book with the weekly reading menu. You do not have to do both on the same day. So, if you fall in love with the weekly reading menu and you do that every single day, I do recommend that you are finding some time to answer some questions from a passage. If you do passage and questions every day, please make sure that you take the opportunity at some point in time to look at some of those questions that challenge your thinking and make you go above and beyond identifying parts of a story and manipulating them to see how it would change if something in the story changed. I hope that makes things clear. If it's not clear, please reach out. I will send you an email. I will Blooms. We can Zoom, and we'll get all the stuff worked through together. But please, hopefully, my goal with this is to take some of the pressure off. Yes, I know there are a lot of pages, but we wanted to make sure that students who don't have books at home have the opportunity to still have reading material. So, read, think, write, and talk about reading every single day. Make sure you're doing 30 minutes, and every day wake up and choose. Do you want to do the passage and questions for that day, or would you like to do the reading menu for that day, which gives you a little bit more choice? I hope this cleared things up, and I am so excited to still be on this learning journey with you. We have got an amazing 2 classes, and I am so grateful that you guys are mine. You make my world a better place, and if nobody has told you today, you are amazing, you are a rock star, I love you, and we will get through this. And not only are we going to get through this, we are going to learn, and we are going to be better students as a result of it. I love you. Read, 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 and reach out if you have any questions. Bye.